All right. The idea behind the bull of MLM, network marketing warfare, is actually to declare war on the industry and change it. I want to change the culture of network marketing. For those who are new to this, I'm Dominic Gizzo. I am a network marketing professional. I'm a retired police officer. I'm a published author. I'm a podcaster. I'm a martial arts instructor. I'm a lot of things. And one thing I am is I'm extremely passionate about changing the network marketing culture, because we know what's going to happen. You're going to get told, hey, I've got this business and I got this, oh no, excuse me, wrong word. We've got this opportunity I want you to see, and you're going to come in and you're going to be sold all the shiny bells and whistles and sparkly things, and like a cat and a laser beam, you're going to pounce on it. Then the next thing you're going to hear is, you just got to get 2 people. And then the person who brought you in disappears because they're off doing it to the next person. You spend a month in it, 2 months in it, X amount of time in it. Then the next thing we know, we see your comment in an anti-MLM video by a content creator who truly is doing just as much damage as the shysters in the MLM industry. And we see your comment, I was brainwashed, I was scammed, I was one of those people. The network marketing system, the industry, it's literally just 2 things. It's selling a product or a service and then recruiting other people and having them sell a product or service. That's it. It's sales. End of story. But we have a lot of people in here who still hype up emotionalism, sensationalism, and it's the bread and butter of the industry. It's praise on weak people who are looking for a group, a culture that we need to change, of others who give them just like permission to be them, and, oh, I love you and I believe in you and I see you. It's sales. No, I see you. You're not good enough. We need to really elevate your ability and your tactics. Otherwise, man, you got to consider leaving the industry. Now, I'm not picking on these 2. I never got to have a conversation with these 2. They were involved in a company that was involved with before, and they did something that I think is a factor of misrepresentation in the industry that I want to address right now. Now, the fact that I'm calling out and I'm going to war with Ricky and Francois Untermeyer is simply because of a part of their former company they were with, and a line that they used all the time. Now, remember, these are my opinions. These are allegedly, even though their videos are still out there, and it is what it is. I'm not looking to wind up making claims that are untrue, like the network marketing seems to do all the time, industry seems to do all the time. When you ever heard Ricky and Francois take the stage, they look fantastic. They're well put together. They're well spoken. They always made a claim that when I started to look into, and I did the math, I went, you got to tell the rest of the story, kids. Long and short story, with the company that they were with, they got to the rank of the highest rank with Black Diamond, which was a coveted rank in this company, in a week. And when you did the math, 100%, you could do it too, but you needed an insane amount of people to do it, all coming in at the highest package. So if you were, the cat's ass of marketers and salesperson, and you had a one-man wrecking crew where you could bang it out, it could take a week to do it. What they never said is we had the inside track well before this company was opened, and we knew that 6 months from now this company was open. So over the last 6 months, we busted our rear ends. We talked to everybody we knew. We presented, we pitched, we closed, we handled objections, we had people on standby, so that the day this company was launched, we said, hey, are you ready? And we were on the phone all day, and we took 50 people and we all front loaded them in that week. And that's how we elevated immediately to the status of Black Diamond. I don't think there's anything wrong if you said that, because it would show the sense of urgency and hustle and something that you believed in. If you had said that, would have been great, but you guys didn't. The problem I have is that's part of the lying by omission that creates a false illusion that people can recruit massive numbers in a short amount of time and hit all their dreams without the work in the network marketing industry. So I want to start there with personal experience of what I've seen and heard. And yeah, I want to change this industry. I'm going to be calling people out. I do not care if it ruffles your feather. I really don't. I don't care if it creates enemies. No, it's time to clean up the shit mess that tons of you have made. That being said, I have no personal beef with Darren Kidd. Darren Kidd, right? Yes, this is Darren Kidd. Network marketing professional. This video is a few years old. It's a follow-up to one he had where it's 1 million views of how I recruited 10 people in 10 days. And I want to go over this. I've never seen this video before, so I want to see, is there value? Should we be looking in the network marketing space at fast recruiting? A, can it be done? B, should you do it? Those are the two things that I'm going to pose to you in your journey of network marketing, because I'm going to tell you flat out, the way I want to look at it, if everybody and their mother is always associating network marketing with owning a franchise, why would you want to open up 10 franchises in 10 days if you were not staffed, they were all trained, they were ready to go? Now, just like the Ricky and Francois Untermeyer model, if you were ready, if you had that money and you spent 6 months training all your employees, it's a fast food chain, right? You train them how to wind up wearing uniforms, the terminology, the POS system, the process of making the hamburgers, whatever it is, the drive-through times, and then you said, okay, let's go. You buy 10 franchises and you staff them immediately. Then you could do it. Can't do that in network marketing. And your upline never wants to tell you the truth of these things because they want you to work. They want you to believe that there's some type of system that's automatically going to make you successful. Let's watch this together and let's have a conversation.
If you want to generate more income while creating a lifestyle that you love, then recruiting is essential when it comes to building your network marketing business. However, you will probably agree that it is also an emotional roller coaster and can be very frustrating. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 of my top tips on how to go out and recruit 10 people in just 10 days coming up.
So let's start right there. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I personally think that if you're going to start in network marketing, if you truly want success in network marketing, take your first year and you should recruit 10 people in 10 months. I really do. This is why, especially if you have no experience. Get that first person in and you should be working every single day. Treat it like a 30-day training period that you would get at a job you went to. Every person gets 30 days of your time. Set the team right. I'm going to tell you from personal experience, as somebody who's had to restart teams many times, and as somebody who's seen other people completely fail, and somebody who's seen uplines come in and do no training whatsoever because they just didn't know. If you recruit 10 people in 10 days, 90% of them are going to be gone. And then the 1 or 2 that are left, well, the one that's left is going to be sitting there just coasting and doing nothing. So then you got to repeat that process again and again. And you'll learn recruiting 10 people in 10 days is exhausting. It's exhausting. Not to mention the methodology. And I'm going to beat his issues before he even brings them up. You could do it all Zoom. Have 50 people on a Zoom and hope X amount of percent of them stays. It says, okay, I want to recruit. Now you're responsible for 10 people right there in that week, all to train, all to answer questions for, all to sit there. Well, I'm just going to have them on another Zoom. You think they're all going to meet the same time, the same availability, same schedule? Did you take time to vet them, to have conversations to find out what their mindset was? Recruiting 10 people in 10 days is a recipe for disaster in this industry, and it'll be the fastest way to turn you into an anti-MLM creator, if not them.
Thanks for stopping by my channel. On this channel, we give you weekly tips, trainings to teach you how to go out and succeed now in your network marketing business. For 28 years, I was a top earner in the network marketing profession. I was blessed to be able to go out and make multiple 7 figures, build big teams, recruit hundreds of people, and receive all kinds of awards. However, it wasn't always like that. Matter of fact, for 7 years, my first 7 years, I failed over and over and over again until I got to the point.
We hear these stories all the time from 2012 until 2019. Same thing with me. I didn't understand that 7 years. I didn't understand how to do the industry. I had no idea how to pitch, close, recruit, objective handling, market, all that. So these are common.
Mentors that came into my life that taught me exactly what to do, that changed everything. Number 1, you have to focus on progress and not perfection. If you wait until you feel like you're ready, if you're like me and every other person that I've ever worked with, you're never going to feel prepared. You're never going to feel ready to go out there and start sharing information, prospecting, following up, That is completely normal. If you look at any top leader in your company or any company, none of them were good from the beginning. They all started out bad. They're the biggest failures that you'll ever meet, right? Because they made the most mistakes. But with those mistakes, they look at it a little bit differently. They look at it as, hey, look, I'm not failing. I either win or I learn. And so when they fail forward. And so as you're going out there starting your journey, or maybe you're just reevaluating and saying, look, what do I need to do to break through to that next level? Focus on getting a little bit better every single day. If you just get 1% better every day, in 1 year, you're 30.
How? I had been to so many network marketing presentations where you got the guy from Texas who makes $262,000 a month, and they're all like, yeah, you got to do this and you got to do that, and you got to focus on this and you got to focus on that. It's like, and we'll go out there. How? I'll never forget the first time I met the couple of millionaires, the company I'm with now, 2012. I'm like, how did you do this? We just talked to 3 people a day. How'd you do it? We just talked to 3 people a day. All right, I get the law of averages, but did you just walk up randomly to people in grocery stores? Did you call people during the dinner hours? What time of day did you call them? How did you contact them? This was before text messaging. Did you email them? What were these? I don't want to do these dining room or living room, front room parties of handing around slides and whatnot. How did you do it? No one ever answered me. No one ever answered me. It wasn't until, and I'll call him out too, Frank Sosinek, who seemed to disappear from the network marketing space after constantly telling people all the time to just believe, just believe. It wasn't until I went to an event with Rick Gutman and Frank Sosinek, and Frank kept saying, you got to believe in yourself, got to believe in yourself. And one of these girls said, but how do I bridge the gap with calling? And Frank goes, you got to believe. And I have a pen and paper ready to take notes because I'm a serious note taker. And it hit me. I went, A, he doesn't know what he's talking about. B, oh my God, he's right. Oh my God, he's right. Here's the deal. I looked at any other skill set that I've ever had in life. Driving a car. I can drive a car down I-90 in the middle of winter with road conditions being horrible, with my knee driving the steering wheel, one hand eating a cheeseburger, the other hand texting. Why? Because I believe in my ability. And every time a pothole comes up, a car swerves, something falls out of the back of the truck, objections. I know how to handle them by not stopping and braking, but actually continuing forward and going around them. I've been driving since I was 15 and a half years old. I'm 50 years old. I am a wrestling coach. I'm a martial arts teacher. I am one of the best in the world in the art that I do. I'm completely and supremely confident as an expert in the ability of what I have because I've been doing them both since 1987. I criticize law enforcement videos, and I critique use of force videos. And I'm supremely confident in my ability to how to handle people with questions and challenges and how is that lawful and this and that, blah, blah, because I've been doing it since 2001 and I've been trained. So the length of time and the application, my constant learning but doing, the doing then has evolved me into being able to believe in my skill set. So where Frank got it wrong was he never talked about, well, you got to do. How do I call people? You simply call, doesn't matter the time of day. You screw up the conversation, you embrace the screw up, and then you learn what you did good, what you did bad, and then you do it again. And over time, your mind, your ability will evolve. Application leads to evolution, and it all is improvement. So they never talk about this. They never talk about how these skills, it's like you got to believe your mindset, this and that. Yeah, that belief is a byproduct. How can you, if I tell people this all the time, it's like, do you believe in your ability? Yeah. Can you go be a boxer tomorrow? No. You think you'd win a fight? Well, I don't know. No. So you don't believe in yourself? No, because you've never trained. You've never gotten in a ring, felt what the shoes are like, bounced around the ring, held, feel the weight of the gloves on. You've never moved around and actually learned how to throw a punch. So how can we ask people to get involved in the network marketing industry and believe in something they've never done? That's the first part we need to change in this industry. You do not have to believe in yourself. Belief will come through repetition of your work. You have to work in the network marketing industry. The belief will come if you're consistent. You screw things up, you fix it, you screw them up again, you change it, you screw it up, you perfect it. It's not about believing. It's about you actually doing the work. Let's continue.
37 times better, not 37%, 37 times better. It was Winston Churchill that said, look, perfection is the enemy of progress. So can you get a little bit better every single day? Yes, you can. Focus on moving forward, taking action, and focusing on doing the right activities, and the results will come. Tip number 2, evaluate.
I disagree. You should be striving for perfection on everything. And that's an American culture. We're so afraid to be perfect. Don't be perfect. You have to strive for it. And the more you strive for that perfection, the more your objection handling, your pitching, your closing, your recruiting, they will be supreme and superior in everything you do. So if you're coming in this industry, you need to be selfish. You need to be a perfectionist. You need to have the integrity to say, I'm going to work on this every day. When you do this, if we're going to jump the gun here and say you're going to recruit 10 people in 10 days, means you have to talk to 100 people. So you need to don't stop focusing on recruiting 10 people. Start going, I'm going to perfect every single one of those phone calls. And you'll probably perfect one. But you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it. This is number 2, evaluate you.
You evaluate yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? I used to say, hey, look, if you're not having the success that you feel like you should have or you deserve, you're either not doing something enough or you're not doing something right. However, it can actually be both of those. So when you really start to go, okay, what am I doing on a daily basis? Your fortune is hidden in your daily routine of activities. And it's very easy to get caught up with being busy, but yet not being productive. And it was Peter Drucker that said, look, it's not how much we do, it's the effectiveness of what we do. So when you sit down and go, okay, am I really doing the things on a daily basis to move me in the direction that I want to go in my business? So how many people are you sharing information with on a daily basis? How many people are you following up with on a daily basis? You know, or do you have a daily method of operation where you're focusing on the income?
So discipline, Darren. Discipline. Number 2, you just got to set it by discipline. Discipline and structure. So I at this point, I forget what number 1 was. Focus on progress, not perfection. No, you need to focus on perfection. You need to actually sit there and take yourself as a professional. Sit down, learn your craft, know what the numbers for the industry is, know what the numbers for your business is, know how long your business has been around, know the name of your CEO, know the products off the back of your hand. When somebody says, hey, what's the cost of this? Boom, here it is. This is how you can break it down. But being a professional, you need to be perceived, to take this from Jordan Belfort, be a perceived expert in your field. You need to know everything. Number 2, discipline. Clean your desk. Sit down. I don't care if you work at home. Dress professionally so you have a mindset that's changed. Take a shower, shave your face, clean your hair, do whatever, sit down, change your state, learn what state changing is. Anthony Robbins teaches all about that. And you need to wind up being disciplined. No, I'm not going to go and surf on social media. I'm not going to look at Instagram. And discipline, that's hard for me. I run 3 different podcasts. I teach. I do network marketing. In the entertainment. Everything in my life. You know how easy it is for me to sit there and be scrolling network marketing content, then all of a sudden I got an idea popped in my head. Crap, I got to do that law enforcement video and critique that shooting I saw the other day. Discipline. You need to focus. So discipline is the hardest thing. You have to perfect and master it. And that's going to take time, and it's going to take a complete, selfish introspection of being very, very selfish, because when you could do that, you could wind up helping your team more. The more selfish you are, believe it or not, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to be able to do, and the more you're going to be able to help your team.
Producing activities and not just being busy. And you don't have to work 20, 40, 60 hours a week to build your business. It's not the amount of hours that you're working on a daily basis. It's what you're doing with the time that you have. And sometimes we need to slow down.
They all do this. It's not what you made for dinner. It's how you ate it. It's not getting where you have to go. It's the car you drive. It's not attaining fitness and being in shape and looking good in the mirror. It's how much weight you can push in the gym to get everybody to look at you so you could film a video for your Instagram and get more clout. They all do this shit. They all do this shit. It's simply sales, income producing activities, right? That's what they call them. How many people are you learning how to sell? Are you taking notes? Jordan Belfort, one of the best ones out there. Jordan Belfort, you want to learn how to sell? You want to learn how to market? Go watch the debate between Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort, and you will learn, Grant Cardone is a successful bullshitting salesman. He's got charisma. That's why he's a millionaire. That's why he's at where he's at. But he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to sell. Grant Cardone is just somebody who exercises his machismo status, and he's the same as these guys with network marketing, and people buy because they want to be elevated by him. They want to be related to him. They want to be connected to him. They want to be seen by him. Jordan Belfort will teach you legitimately concepts of being a perceived expert, tonality, how to talk to people, how to wind up pitching and closing and selling. You need to go listen to his content. I said it before. Go watch George Carlin's old videos of stand-up. Learn how to tonality, flexation of your voice, how to raise it, how to elevate it, how to sit there and be more inviting and entertaining and engaging in your speech. All the stand-up comedians who are great storytellers do it. Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby. I know not a lot of you are going to want to hear that. That's essential. Income-producing activities, then you have to put that into play. You have to apply it. Never go at it from a stance of bullshitting people. One of my favorite things, and I'm jumping the gun on this one too, is never lie. I don't care if you've learned how to speak like George Carlin. You've got the skill set of Jordan Belfort. You've got the bullshitting of Grant Cardone. Get rid of the bullshitting. There's nothing wrong with talking to people, being dynamic and explosive and saying, Darren, I'm trying to recruit you and I'm practicing my skills on you, and I'm so nervous. I don't know how to convey this to you because I literally watched your video 10 minutes ago to recruit 10 people in 10 days, and I'm so nervous how to do this. I don't understand it. So I'm actually just trying to BS my way through this in hopes that you'll respond and we can have a conversation. You'll help me improve later on. It's not what you say. It's not how you say it. It's actually the legitimacy and the truth behind everything. So keep that in mind.
To go fast, we need to inspect what we expect. And when you look at, okay, man, over the last week, I feel like I was really busy.
These catchphrases are, we need to inspect what we expect. Holy shit, dude. You guys do this, you'll have a notepad full of stuff and you'll never move. Trust me, if you saw the amount of I don't have any. Well, I've got they're all in my shelf. All the binders, or not the notepads, they're just filled with seminar notes. You'd be like, oh, okay.
Forward. So evaluate you. Here's a great question to ask yourself. Okay. If my organization did what I did today, how much money would I have made? If they did what I did.
None, because they're spent online nonstop in this analysis paralysis wheel of what the fuck did you just say, dude? You need to focus on you. Inspect what you expect. It's not where you're going. It's how you get there. It's like, dude, how does that apply to I have the best lip balm on the planet and I became a lip balm salesperson, but I've got to sell units? How does that apply? You have to know every single thing there is about this product. Everything about it. This coffee mug, great coffee mug. I don't know anything about it. I could never sell it. Just because I believe in myself and I introspected my expectations and I managed my time and I know nothing about this coffee mug. I don't know who makes it. I don't know the color that it was painted with. I don't know the exact heat in the urn that it was heated up to, or the kiln, whatever it is. I don't even know what it's called. To sit there and mold it and forge it. I don't know the diameter, the ounces of it. I don't know how many products are moved a year from it. I don't know if it's got any accessories like a coaster or a lid, or what's the circumference of the handle, the diameter, or whatever the space is. How many fingers, and what's the average size person's hand who could fit in it? What happens if you drop it? I don't know anything about that. So I don't believe in my ability to sell it. Stop. Get back to the reality of what this industry is.
did this week, how much money would I have made? Sometimes you may love that answer, sometimes you may not like that answer, but that's a great question to ask yourself. And if you're saying, hey, look, Darren, I don't have a team, I really don't need to even ask that question. Well, remember this, the attitude comes before the team. The attitude comes before the income. You want to start thinking that way in order to attract more.
These fucking catchphrases. The attitude comes before the income. Yeah. If you go in like Eeyore, I'd like to sit there and sell and recruit you for my network marketing team. That's just as bad as going, hey, Darren, how are you? Man, I've got this great opportunity. I want to present to you, and I think you could be someone who's so successful with us, and you're a shining star in the bright universe of our company. And what we want to do is we want to have you with us because we feel you, we see you, we love you. Sign on the dotted line, give me your credit card. It's the same thing. Same thing. My attitude changed. No, your integrity comes before the income. So if we're going to go to platitudes and we're going to go to the guru talk of behavioral issues for this industry, have integrity. Never lie. Never lie. You want to know how to recruit 10 people in 10 days? Be honest. This is it. Ready? This is the two things. We have 5 minutes and 3 seconds down out of a 12-minute, 50 and 55-second video, and I will sum up how to recruit 10 people in 10 days. Number one, it's the law of averages. You have to potentially talk to 100 people to get 10. So if I were you, boost it up to 200. Don't take the risk. So now, how do you get 200 people? That's a completely different story. That's about filling your funnel. That's the hard part, because Darren, they forget to tell you that, man, you're going to try to talk as every person you reach out to. Let's just say you have 100 people on those lists. 5 will actually return your text. 3 will answer the phone. So now you have to talk. You have to reach out to 300 people just to get 100 to listen to you to get those 10. Do you see what I'm talking about? So that's step number 1, law of averages. Step number 2, know as much as you can about your industry at the time where you're at, the product in the industry. That's it. Know as much as you can. Number 3, tell the truth no matter what. That's it. 3 points right there. As many people as you can, have as much information readily available, know it offhand. If not, have it right up on the screen with you. Tell the truth. Darren, I am brand new at this company. I signed up yesterday. Listen, I am nervous as hell to talk to you. There's this thing called an upline I have, and they told me to talk to as many people as possible. Yes, I'm trying to sell you. I'm trying to close you. I'm trying to recruit you. But before you hang up the phone, would you please let me get out a 30-second pitch that I have written down, and maybe we can role play. Maybe you can kind of critique me, but I just want to get the volume of people to talk to so that I know how to improve, because I'm really nervous, I'm really scared, and that's it. This is my company. We sell this. They cost this much money. This is what I know about them so far. I would love to gain your interest in this. Do you have an interest? Can I answer any questions for you? Why are you guys lying? Why are you bullshitting? You will improve to a level that will shatter the ceiling of this network marketing lying bullshit if you tell the truth from day one. You'll look at yourself 6 months from now and go, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know how to pitch and close. Now I do. Why? Because I told the truth. I was vulnerable. I learned from it.
People to your business. Now let's go into tip number 3, which is evaluate your brand. Now you may go, hey, look, I don't have a brand. Yes, you do. You are your brand. So everything that you do now with social media, now with the...
Yeah, I'll tell you that one right there. And I got that from Jessie Lee Ward. And I was so pissed when that little child, she's a decade plus younger than me. And I was like, man, why is this woman telling me something I already know that I should do? The one thing we had about network marketing was that we always called it duplicatability, right? We always said, oh, it's the system that has to be duplicatable, not the person. And my upline at the time, the first company was a woman, 6 foot tall blonde. I can't duplicate her. It's not possible. Second company was a guy who was, used to wear a flat brim hat over his ears and then always wore like affliction t-shirts. I'm like, dude, that's not my look. This is my look. I'm selling. I'm a professional. I left law enforcement, and my God, I need a uniform. So I went back to wearing suits and the shit I got from people. But it changed because it showed, hey, listen, when I'm actually talking to you, trying to sell you, trying to recruit you, I don't want to be in a pair of jeans and t-shirt. I want to show you the respect you deserve by showing how much I value your time and how serious I take this. That's my brand. My brand is never bullshitting, never lying, always telling the truth, leading you to what I want. I teach people the imposition of will. I'm going to impose my will on you without manipulating you. I've got trainings on that, how important it is to act as if, but always in a state of integrity. That's what he's talking about, attraction marketing. Great. I don't want to attract people. I want people hearing me and saying, okay, I don't agree with what he says. I don't like his style. But I respect him. That's more important to me, because otherwise you have a group of people who see you as the guru. And when they fail, then all of a sudden they become the Aarons of the network marketing industry and betray all you've done for them and create anti-MLM channels after riding your coattails for God knows how many years for success. And then you manipulate, you fail, you come out. And then because you're not the next Jesse Lee Ward, you blame the industry for being a scam. So this is very simple. Be you, but be honest. You have to be real in this industry.
They have different products. No, it's the same products as everyone else. Do they have a different compensation plan? Stay in phase 1, or you maybe could look at it as the honeymoon phase, right? For any of you that have ever gotten married, you've been on the honeymoon and you get back and man, things are so cute. Oh, they left the top off of the toothpaste, or hey, that's cute. He left his socks on the floor. After the honeymoon phase, it's not that cute anymore, right? And I can say that I've been married for, almost 30 years, right? So I got a little bit of experience in that. But when I say stay in phase 1, stay in the honeymoon phase.
That's your intent. You can't brainwash yourself, right? Tony Robbins has a great saying, if you do what you did in the beginning, there will never be an end. I have to work out. I'm going to be 50 years old in March. I've been working out since I was 15. There's no honeymoon phase. I hate it. There are times I'm like, yeah, there's times I'm like, I don't love it half as much as I did at 15, 19, 25, 32. It's a laborious effort now that I'm like, I have to do it. But I'm aware of it. I don't fall in love with it. And if there was a method to wind up doing so again, I would return to that. But I treat it as exactly I did the first day, responsible. Very, very, very interested. I observe, I learn, I keep an open mind. My honeymoon phase is to always put in my effort. So I don't love it, but I put in the same effort. Same thing with relationships. My relationship is rock damn solid because her and I talk all the time about the truth and the reality and the consequences and the communication. It's a non-stop effort-based process. So when he says stay in the honeymoon phase, what was the honeymoon phase? You put in the effort. They seem to forget that one. It's always, go back to falling in love with it. No, dude, when you had that emotional chemical fall in love, you put the effort in. The only reason the honeymoon phase disappears is because you stop putting the effort in. So if you're going to stay in the honeymoon phase, it's effort. How much effort, responsibility, discipline are you putting in? How serious are you taking this? That's what you have to do. Do not believe it is just a method of feeling. You feel something, you will feel contempt for the industry, you will leave, and you will say it's a scam.
I don't know if you've ever had anyone say, hey, treat it like a business. Well, when I joined this profession, I'd never had my own business. I didn't really even know what they meant when they said that. I'm like, okay, you're a business. But when I heard a mentor say, hey, look, treat it like a minimum wage job. Would you know what hours you're going to work this week? Yes, I would. Would you show up late? No, I would have to show up on time or I would lose my minimum wage job. So when you're working your business, it's not how many hours you put in during the week, it's what you do in those hours. And if you're busy like me, my wife and I, when we had our biggest team, 5 kids, they're in school, we had 2 traditional businesses and a massive organization all over the world, life was crazy busy. But we would work our business in the cracks and the crevices during our day. So do you know what hours you're going to work this week in your business? Do you have the income producing activities laid out that you know you need to?
This is good so far. You treat it like a job. Stop treating it like a business, because half you out there who've never done it, you'd let your business be destroyed because you don't know how to run it.
Productive. Are you prepared? So you're in the line at school to pick up the kids and you've got an extra 15 minutes and you can add somebody to a Facebook group. You can message them, tag them in a video. It doesn't take a lot of time with technology these days. You can be very effective with the time that you have. And if you're you're being very intense.
Yeah, the video's almost over. He said nothing about how to recruit 10 people in 10 days. He said nothing. And this is the shit I can't stand about the industry. All you got to do is believe in yourself. I had $5 in my pocket. I was living out of my car. I met so-and-so. They presented an opportunity. I didn't even have enough gas money to get to the event, but I found a way. What was the way? Well, I blew people behind the dumpster of the restaurant out of desperation to get the $300 cash. Nobody wants to talk about the shit they did to be successful. This is another video of that. Guys, I'm going to tell you flat out, if you want to recruit 10 people in 10 days, you need to speak to, elevate it. You need to contact minimum 300 people. Sadly, out of those 300 people, 30 will probably wind up listening to your pitch and your close. Do you have the necessary times? Because figure, you got to give every person minimum. I would conservatively say minimum 45 minutes. So let's say it's an hour. Do you have 30 hours that week? 30 hours that week to talk? So now if we go by the law of averages, you really need to speak to 100 people in 10 days. So do you have 100 hours that week to close those people, to put them in? If you do, great. Be an expert at what you know. Never say, don't ever be afraid to say, I don't know. Let me get that information for you. Give me a few minutes or give me a day. I'll get back to you. And then be truthful. Hey, listen, I'm scared shitless. I'm trying to close you, man. I just don't know how. I want your business. I want to succeed at this. I know you might think this is a pyramid scam. I really want to do this, and I want you to. I want you. If not you, can you connect me with 2 people that you know that I can have a conversation with, bridge the gap, and maybe kind of vouch for me? Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. Always tell the truth. Lastly, here's the other part. Let's just say, for an argument's sake, you recruit 10 people in 10 days. You just fucked yourself. Do you have all the time necessary to give them all the attention they need? What if you recruit me and I go, I want to recruit 10 people in my first 10 days, man. How do I do this? Do you have all that time to train me? But then again, you've got Dave over there going, Dave's going, man, well, I don't understand what does this cost? How do we do this? What do we talk? Now you got to talk to Dave. And then Susie over there is going, so I know that I said I would do this, but now I'm having doubts, and my kids, my husband said that I shouldn't do this, and I've been looking online, and a lot of people say this is a scam. And then you got Mark over there. Mark saying, yeah, so you put me in. Now what do I do? What do you mean I got to talk to people? What do you mean I got to watch this video? Can you manage 10 people productively? And just because you brought in 10 people, I highly doubt your compensation plan gives you some kind of massive bonus for bringing them in. You bringing them off of their sales. So how are you going to focus on your personal sales to recruit your product, your commission, while dealing with them? If I were going to suggest you do this and you want a career in network marketing, 10 people, 1 a month. So 12 people a year maximum. Your first year. Set them up for success. I recruit you, come in, you spend a month with me. I want you to learn all about this business. We're going to talk 5 days a week. I need you to give me a minimum of an hour a day. What are we going to do? We're going to go over training. We're going to go over role playing. We're going to go over this. We're going to go over that. Great. Then the next person, then the next person, then the next person. By that time, you will have 12 people that actually see you give a shit about them. You'll have a solid team. And then, when it's time for them to start recruiting, boom, they will go too, because there's the other part now. All of a sudden, now you get a guy, you recruit me, you spend everything on a month with me, and then you're now spending 30 days with John. But I'm going, dude, I don't want to wait for you to hit that 12-month cycle before I start recruiting. I want to recruit 12 people this week. Well, now you got to pay more attention to me. It's multi-management, and you constantly working for the people you recruit. They don't work for you. So don't listen to this horse shit. Recruit 10 people in 10 days. It's a fucking lie. Recruit 30 people in 30 days. You will do it. You will fail. You'll be the next interview on Always Marco's, I got scammed and I was brainwashed for 10 years, and it will happen because you didn't do it right. This industry is sales. That's all it is. Learn your product, sell your product, talk to people about saying, hey, have you ever thought about being a salesperson? I have a job as an independent representative for a company that pays 100% commission if you sell. Learn to tell the truth. We have to change this culture, change this industry of network marketing. It starts by being transparent, and maybe we will get more people to leave the network marketing industry who don't belong in here, which will open up more volume for us, and it'll open up more space for the right people to come in. So I hope that makes sense. Stop with the, if you do this, this will happen. It's a bunch of garbage. Discipline, hard work, learning your skill, becoming an expert in this industry, being selfish, you name it, and then serving others. There's so much to it. Hope this makes sense. Please hit the subscribe button. Comment below what you think. That's my number. I don't care what company you're with. You need to learn how to improve your business. I don't care if you're with Amway, Herbalife. I don't care who you're with. I really don't. 708-982-0974. Let me help you grow in your network marketing industry, and let's change this culture together. See you guys in the next video.